to combine, for the SoccerFest 2014. So.
You know what, I've really, because I was a competitive coach for many years, and one of the things that I just never liked was having that state cup the first week of May. This was a much better weekend.
It is. It's really different. The preparation for all the competitive teams in the state has probably been different for that sake as well. Really, since Memorial Day weekend, we've had, something going on every single weekend. But it's kind of a big push towards like almost the postseason. I like calling it kind of the postseason because it's when some of the more premier events are going on, and we can kind of finish the competitive season with some of the best tournaments and events going on. So I like that it's later in the year, obviously for the weather purposes, but for also to get all the core events in kind of close together. It's fun.
You were at a premier event here over Memorial Day weekend and had some teams really impressed down there.
Yeah, all of the teams from South Dakota did great. Your guys' article too, I read was nice to incorporate how well all the different clubs did. And I was actually pretty surprised because last year a couple Dakota Alliance teams went and they just did okay. And this year it was just different. I think the competition was appropriate for all of the groups. We tried to really enter groups into appropriate divisions like I know the other clubs do too, to make sure that the competition's good instead of going there and getting their butts kicked. It was good. All the games were close and we had some success. So.
I always thought my perfect tournament weekend would be a 1-1-1 weekend, unless I won it, But I'd rather have that for development than just go win one big.
Yeah, it was interesting. A lot of our teams actually tied the first day. I want to say like almost all of them did, and I think that was probably a result of the weather and being shorter halves and whatnot. It was hard to kind of get a stamp on the game, but it was good and competitive. And yeah, a lot of our teams ended up like that, 1-1-1, or a couple wins and a loss, or some ties. So it was good.
You've got a lot of teams that you're developing on up that people are really paying attention to. That U16 girls team that Ginger Parsons started out that did so well as 14s at regional. They look like they're just devastatingly good, and that girls team below them, those U15s, look awful tough.
Yeah, no, it's great. I was just talking to Ginger yesterday because she's coming up for our tournament, the Dakota Alliance one next weekend, and she was asking about how the teams are doing. And yeah, the 16 girls, they look great yesterday. They did a really nice job, and the 15 girls yesterday as well. I think the big game is tomorrow, with the SWAT and Kyle's U15 girls, so that'll be a fun one to watch for sure. So yeah, on the girls' side, it's been really nice to see.
And I've been looking forward to that matchup because of any two teams in the state that are good teams and very competitive. Those two, I think, match up better than any two teams here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be good. I haven't had a lot of chances to watch the SWAT team, but I know Kyle speaks very highly of them, and he's had a chance to play them, I think, at Just for Girls, and that was a good game. So tomorrow should be fun.
Yeah, Tony Harrison, their coach, he's got those girls. he played them in the Platinum division down at Real, and they took some thumps, but then they showed up and did some really good work there at that division. So I'll tell you, if people want to watch a good soccer game of a bunch of 15-year-old girls, that's going to be a good one.
For sure, absolutely.
So, we got Dakota Alliance coming up next week. Then on to, a lot of your teams will be going to Dayton for regionals. You've got one team going on to Chicago for U.S. Club regionals there. So got a busy summer going on out.
Yeah, it's great. Our tournament coming up this year, Dan Haynes and Danielle, I think, have done a really nice job to, again, try to get some diversity in terms of, different clubs coming in. I think we have more Minnesota teams than ever before coming, some Canadian teams, Nebraska, Missouri, teams from those states, so it'll be nice. And then moving on to regionals, should be exciting. It's a long trip, but I'm looking forward to it. It was actually the first time I went to regionals as a coach was at the Dayton one in 2010, I want to say. So it'll be good to kind of go back. I like their complex there, and it should be good.
Well, you had a lot of success in Region 2 as a player, and hopefully you'll start enjoying more of that success as a coach too.
Absolutely. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, Dale, thanks very much. Good luck here at the rest of the tournament. We'll, I'm sure, be seeing you in Sioux Falls next week since it's almost crawling distance from now.
Busy. I know it's going to be crazy, but looking forward to it. Thanks, Randy.
Thanks.
Okay. Yep.